As you can tell, the format of this video is going to be a little different because the spot that I usually record in is about to get completely transformed into a permanent studio, and I'm designing it all in Blender before touching a single thing in real life. So what would the first step even be? Let's go to the whiteboard and break it down. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is figure out the space. I'll start by measuring the room and taking into account all the weird shapes. All those little details are going to matter when I start designing the layout in Blender. Once I've got the measurements, I'm going to rebuild the whole space in Blender. I'll keep it simple, so just the walls, windows, and a few placeholder pieces of furniture. After that, I'll start moving stuff around digitally. Where would the camera go? Where does the desk make the most sense? How many panels do I even need? This is the part where I can play around, try different setups, and see what feels right without committing to anything in real life first. And as soon as I have the layout that works, I'll put together a full shopping list. The goal is to make this thing feel like a functional studio, but still be flexible if I want to move stuff later or add on to the background. And now it's time to get started with step 1. By the way, a quick shameless plug, but I did this entire process on my Twitch stream at Dylan's Projects, and I edit most of my videos there, so check it out. So I've got this right here. This is pretty much the exact measurements of the studio, just in Blender. So now we just got to fill in the room with what's currently there. So I'm just going to bring the shelves in right here. Yeah, that looks about right. And you know what? I don't care about these extra small little bits. Let's think, what else is in there right now? So I have a little like heat box right here that I should add. So bring that right here. It's not that extruding, but it's definitely there, and I gotta work around that. There's also a window right up here, but I've already got a blackout curtain there set up, so I don't even think it's something I gotta work around here. Currently, I already have a painting set up, so I'll just get that set up in there. So this is pretty much what the room is looking like right now, so let's start fixing it. So first is gonna be the actual table, which I've already got set up here. This angle is pretty much directly how I want it set up. This mic isn't my mic, obviously. This is the mic I'm going to be using, but it's just some model that I found on SketchFab. I'm going to be using a couple of those just so I can visually represent this well. All links will be in the description if you want to check them out. So next, another SketchFab model is just the chair. Just align it up like properly here. I've also got this super sick like Govee strip light that I want to include here. I want it in the background, add some extra background lights. Super cool stuff. I'm also going to be setting up LEDs right across here under the shelves and everything. I've also got this plant here that I really want. It's kind of like an olive tree. It's fake, but I want to get it set up in this as well. It's just been sitting in my hallway for the last like 2 years. So another thing I really want to include is like artwork. So this piece right here will be like a giant artwork. It's going to be a lot of money. I don't think I'll have it for the end of this video. But another thing that I'm kind of contemplating, and that's the whole point of doing this, is I can see whether or not this is good to go, right? But I've seen it in other YouTubers setups before where they have like a green screen right behind them, and they key out the green and add whatever images they want. I think that would be a cool effect to get done, but I don't know, I'm still hesitant on it. Almost forgot, gotta have the studio lights in here. These are also SketchFab, so check them out. Got the lights set up just perfectly there. The echoes in this room are going to be insane unless I have sound panels. This is honestly already looking pretty solid. I even rendered out the room just for fun, and honestly, it looks solid even without textures or fine detail. One thing it made me realize when working in Blender is how important the smart home system is going to be and how I'm going to need to think really hard about how I'm going to organize it. So what better way to organize it than here with you right now? So the backbone of my smart setup is this Amazon Basics smart plug power strips. It gives me 6 individual controlled AC outlets and 3 USB ports, and all of it runs through. So once each plug is programmed into the app, I can name each outlet something like RGB, softbox 1, softbox 2, or light strip. Now here's the part where I'm really nerding out for, is the routines. I'll be setting up a few voice commands that can turn on and off my entire studio lighting. So turn on the studio. So I'm done recording. So why am I doing all of this? because I'm lazy. When I finish scripting and I go straight to recording, I don't want to start flipping switches around and changing settings in 5 different apps just to get the lighting correct. After about an hour of going through options and adding stuff to my shopping list, all I had to do was place the order and wait. Until it finally arrived. Everything showed up and nothing was broken, luckily. So to start the process, I cleared the space, laid everything out, and had a couple of my buddies help. And as everything was slowly coming together, it really hit me.
This started as just a rough Blender mockup. I'll keep refining it for sure, but transforming wasted space into a studio feels amazing. You only need a plan and patience, not a huge space or even a big budget. And now I present to you the final studio. I really f*** with it and I couldn't be happier. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this short series, and next is going to be my bedroom. I'm going to be transforming it into my dream room. And as I've said before, the rest are just tools.